years and 24,000 miles later, it is finally time to say goodbye to Emily's 2023 Mazda CX-30 Turbo. And as you can see,
I'm so sad.
She's quite sad about it. It's been a lovely car. It's been a lease for the last 3 years. It's the exact spec that she wanted back in 2023, soul red with the white interior. And she's had a great 3 years driving it. It's starting to sprinkle, so let's make this walk around quite quick. But today we figured we would give you guys a bit of an insight on what this has been like to live with for the past 3 years. Obviously Emily's with us and she'll drive for some of this as well, since you guys like that. But we'll start with me behind the wheel. We'll do the little performance loop and then we're gonna go get some lunch and we'll come back here and we'll swap and then she will drive. But just wanted to show you guys one more time around this car before we say goodbye to it. Honestly, you know, I read, where'd you go? Oh, you're right here. I read a lot before you got this car that Mazda paint was really bad and it didn't hold up well. But honestly, for 24,000 miles, I mean, you don't drive that much. You drive like 8,000 miles a year.
Right.
The paint has actually held up super well. There are just a couple little baby rock, oh, that wasn't even a rock chip. That was just a little piece of dirt. But there are a couple little chips on the front of this car.
I think
that's not one either. Okay, well, whatever. All of that just goes to show that the paint has actually held up quite well. And this is kind of, is it the end of an era for Mazda? Because we're driving the new CX-5 this week and there are no buttons left. And it's scary because I don't know if that's going to transfer to the CX-30 in 2027 or 2028. But, you know, this is kind of the CX-30 in the form it's always been in. It's been the same since it came out. We just road tripped the new CX-30 AIRE edition to Peoria and we loved that car as well, but we didn't like it as much as we loved the Turbo, and we have kind of come to the consensus that the Turbo is the one that we would recommend still after these 3 years of leasing this very pretty little soul red compact SUV.
So sad. This is the plate I've had for 3 years.
A Mazda. She's very proud of her little vanity plate there.
I am very proud of my vanity plate.
Yeah,
That's
quite nice. Is there anything in the back? I know you cleaned it out, but
my sunshade's back here.
Okay.
But I honestly think that sunshade needs to go away because
and you got your little dealer accessory CX-30 mat back here that I don't think what is that?
It's a wood chip.
Oh.
From when we got mulch.
Oh yeah. I don't think they gave you a choice. This just kind of came in it. And of course, compact spare. And this is, like we said, Premium Plus. So it's got the 12-speaker Bose sound system, which has been a big highlight of owning this car. Lots of just good sort of high-end details with this that have held up pretty well. Is it snowing? It's snowing. Oh, there's Stu. Thought I heard somebody honk. Okay, well, let's get out of the outside and just show you guys. I mean, no one's really sat in this back seat at all. It's kind of just stayed.
There's still plastic on the door.
Oh, hold on. I think it's time to peel it off. 3 years later, we're peeling off the plastic off the rear window switch.
And it's on the little grip.
Oh, right here too. Wow.
Yep.
I should have let you do that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's none on this side, is there?
I think that's the only one.
Man, getting to peel off plastic 3 years later. Anyway, you guys know CX-30 backseat. This is behind where I drive the car, and I've got just enough room. But, I mean, you still get vents and things. You get a little armrest that folds down, and seat back pocket, only one, which it looks like you've used because it's a little blown out.
Mm-hmm.
What did you have in there?
I had that, the UV sanitizer box thing.
Oh, yeah, she's all
it's
nice and stretched out now.
It's fine.
But, yeah, I guess that's it. That's the only bit of wear in this back seat. Is that everything else? I mean, no one sits back here, so that's it. Let's quickly show you guys under the hood. We'll talk powertrain for a sec, and then we'll jump in and go for a drive. We mentioned loving. What are you doing? You got to pull it, dear. It's mechanical. Okay. I got it. Don't worry. We told you that the turbo engine is our preference because it adds the torque, it adds the power, and it makes this feel just that much more high-end. Now this is a 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine on 87 octane, which is the way that Emily's always run this. It makes 227 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque, which is pretty close to double what the naturally aspirated car makes. The naturally aspirated car is like 186 horse, 186 torque. So this is a large step up from that, and the turbo car is about $5,000 more than the naturally aspirated car from trim to trim. So just something to keep in mind. I mean, Emily went for turbo because she came from a Jeep Compass, which was very slow, and she wanted something with a little bit of pep again. But we'll talk powertrain a little bit more once we're on the road. This, of course, has a 6-speed automatic. It's all-wheel drive. Let's just see how these tires have done over 24,000 miles. This is a Bridgestone Turanza. Yeah, Bridgestone Turanza and a 215/55 R18 squared setup. Actually still got pretty decent tread there on the back. The fronts are probably a little bit more worn. Yeah, a little bit. But she was pretty good about getting her oil changes and tire rotations done on time because she bought... What was that Mazda service plan you got? Mazda Gold.
It just took like 50 or 60 bucks off.
Yeah,
but
each time.
Each time.
Whatever. I was just telling them that your tires all look really good because you were always on time with your service,
on time, yeah.
which this message is going to disprove for the latest service.
But
sorry, get through.
But that said, the service, under my understanding, is based on mileage. I have not come yet. I mean, it alerts based on months.
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty far off from mileage.
26.2 and you're at 24.5, so you still have almost 2,000 miles to go. But this car gets turned in
on Thursday.
In 4 days. Well, they don't know what day this is being filmed.
Oh, yeah.
In 4 days, this car gets turned in. So no need to do the last service. They're going to change the oil anyway. That's just how it goes. So oil changes every 5K. Whatever, all that stuff, normal service. But we were also at the dealership for two check engine lights, which happened after our 2-year review that we filmed a year ago.
Yeah. One of them was the PCV valve was stuck open.
Yeah, there's something with, I don't remember exact, but it was something with the PCV and then it was something with the EGR because it had a boost leak.
And that was actually on the way to an oil change. That check engine light went off.
Yeah.
And then they called me and said, we actually can't give this back to you. It's unsafe to drive. We have to fix it.
Yeah. So.
But it's been much quicker since those two things were fixed.
I know. It was like it felt a little bit sluggish
fun,
when it had the second check engine light.
Yeah. Yep.
So otherwise though, that's been it. And obviously those were both things that were covered by warranty. Correct. So no cost out of pocket for us. Actually, those were not the only two things. We had to put a battery in this too in the last year. Remember the battery died?
No, that was a Jeep.
No, the battery died in this. I took this to the dealer and they had to put a battery in it. You weren't there.
Oh, I don't
remember it was dead and so you woke up one morning, tried to go to work, your car wouldn't start.
Oh, I remember this.
I had to drive you to work.
That's right.
And it was because it had a faulty battery, it had a dead cell in the battery.
It did have a dead cell in the battery.
And
do you remember that now?
This is all within the last year.
Yeah.
Literally within the last year, there have been 3 things have gone wrong with this car. Yeah. So things to keep in mind. Obviously, we're transparent with this, and it's just the experience we've had with the CX-30. But otherwise, as far as just living with this and driving it, you love it very much. Except
this. Okay, we've gone over this, but let me just get on my soapbox and beat a dead horse. You can't just open it.
Yeah.
You have to slide it back and then open it, which is a problem for me. Because also you can't just slide it back.
It's not intuitive is the problem. It's like there's resistance there.
There is.
So there's this level of finesse. Yeah, there's a level of finesse with it. It's just not.
And if you look, these are pretty beat.
Oh wow.
Because
it's
so frustrating to me. And yeah, I think Mazda, please, for the love of God, fix your center consoles.
Yeah. But don't take the buttons away.
Please don't take the buttons.
Don't redesign anything else.
The center console is a nightmare. I've only put these things in here for this video.
Yeah.
Usually they sit here.
Yeah.
And that's another thing is there is no room for my phone anywhere because
it's behind
my water
where you have your water.
Which
while you're driving it's not
a big deal, but
well, the other thing is the water bottle does activate the heated seats.
It does activate the heated seats. But that is something they fixed in the new CX-30, which we talked about in our review.
That's right. Yeah. You should go watch that video. We'll put it in the description.
Yes. We love CX-30s.
Ergonomically, otherwise, everything in here is good. Command control knob, old school screen. I guess I have to say old school now, right? Because they changed it in the CX-5. Mechanical shifter for the 6-speed auto. Nice leather-wrapped wheel with paddle shifters. Silver buttons, silver trim on the airbag.
Volume knob.
Volume knob. Yeah, it's all very straightforward and good stuff. Frameless mirror with home link. I know you've used that a lot.
Yes.
And then do you use your sunglasses holder?
I used to, but not anymore.
And then, if you pull down the visor, you see a picture of me.
From 6 years ago.
And a mirror that I can't get open. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah, we're going to miss this car.
Very much so.
360 and reverse camera, very high quality. 360 cam was one of the main reasons you wanted the Premium Plus.
That's right.
Because on the Premium car, you only get reverse. You can see into drive, the front camera pops up. What was that? Why did it snow only when we were doing the walk around?
I don't know.
That was very weird.
Yeah. The sky was crying because it heard we were getting rid of the Mazda.
I think so. So what are your thoughts as far as like getting up every morning, getting into this car while you're still tired and driving it to work? Like, is it overall an easy experience that you've just been able to adapt to and it's just sort of second nature now?
Yeah, it's wonderful. The only thing is the blings, the bling. That when I'm still like half asleep driving to work is really annoying.
Just put your seatbelt on.
But just put your seatbelt on first.
Yeah.
No, overall it's been a really good experience. It's been such a good car. It's so easy to drive. You know, merging on the freeway in rush hour traffic, that turbo is just excellent. It's really like placeable in my parking structure where it's like a really tight fit in most of those spaces because they just try to cram as many of us into the structure as they can.
Yeah. Okay, review over.
Yeah.
See you guys next time. No, hold on. I love this 2.5 liter because while it is still a 4-cylinder, it has a little bit larger capacity, it's turbocharged, and it just uses torque. I mean, when you leave this thing in automatic and you floor it, it only revs itself to like 5,000 RPM because that's really all it needs to do. And even running this on 87, it revved itself a little bit higher that time. Even running this on 87, it still has plenty. Usually when I have these, like from the press fleet, I'll run them on 93, just because I like to get the most out of it, the 250 horsepower and the 320 torque. But we've run this on 87 octane for the last 3 years, and it's been fine. You know, it's still a very adequate power level. But it's sport. Of course, this has a manual mode as well. Also, don't mind the dash cam wire. This is getting taken out in 4 days.
We only didn't tuck it because it's a lease, and I only just got this. So it's
I love Mazda's manual shift programming as well. Like, the fact that it reacts so quickly and rev matches downshifts. And you can shift down here as well. It's in the correct direction. I mean, these are all reasons to love Mazda. The tactile controls, the sort of motorsport-ish touches, the paddles, the shifter being in the correct direction, the steering that's got a little bit of weight to it, and the chassis being very well dialed in. Like, it's a fun car to drive. I don't know that there's much else in this compact SUV segment that is this fun. I'm trying to use up that full tank of fuel you just put in this.
Yeah, should not have put a full tank.
Yeah, but anyway, all this to say, not only is it easy to live with, it's also fun. You know, this is one of those cars that spices up the morning commute a bit. I know you like you said, you like merging in it. You like kind of it's very placeable. It's very, what's the word? I don't want to say zippy. Zippy's not the right word, but like you feel.
It goes.
Still does it. 24,000 miles later on 87 octane. It'll spin the front wheels. Oh man, that's fun. You've never done that, have you?
I have not.
It's the first time this car's ever been launched. Anyway, I love this car, which is another reason that you decided to get it too, because of my my expertise 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Because now I've driven even more of these, which just sort of validates that we still like this car a lot. I love the gauges too. It's got real gauges.
Real gauges, yeah. Should we just buy it?
Yeah, actually, we should talk about that. So the buyout on this car is what, like
24 and a half.
24K. So we did consider buying it out, but with the payment that you've been paying on it for the last 3 years, which you leased at a pretty bad time when cars were very scarce. So they kind of charged you a lot, even though Mazda gave us a plan for this car, which was very nice of them to do a few years ago when we got this. It was still quite a bit. What was your lease payment on this?
So my lease payment on this was $481.81.
And that was with how much down?
With $3,000 down, and that included the $7 a month for the Mazda Gold plan, which was a whole situation. If you ever need negotiation help at a dealership, take me with you, because they were going to charge me $40 a month for the Mazda Gold plan, and the F&I manager came out, and I said, well, did you apply the A plan pricing to it? And he gritted his teeth and said, no, how did you know we could do that? And I said, please go apply A plan pricing. He came back and my payment was like $35.
I was gonna say, isn't that funny how like magically $35 came off of the payment? It's like F&I is such a scam.
Yeah. So anyways. $481.81, and over the course of 3 years, that added up to about $17,000 that I have paid for this Mazda. The buyout on it being 24 and some change would have put this Mazda at $41,000, and the sticker on it was $37,610. So if we were to buy it out, it would have been like $4,000 over stickers that we would have ended up paying.
Right. So
for a car that at the end of the day would be worth.
Yeah. Also, considering we've had a couple weird things pop up the last few years, we're kind of just ready to move on.
I'm really sad about it though.
But we're sad. I mean, this is not to say that we don't love the car, but also you're all probably wondering, well, what's replacing it? Why don't we switch, and then we'll talk about that while we're on the road, because it's a little bit of a story.
Give me the hat. No, I'm just kidding.
We should get you a hat.
Channel.
Would like to point out that memory seats are just buttons over there.
They are.
The new Mazda CX-5, it's in the screen. Stupid. M drives.
Here we go.
Take however many. How many times have you driven on the channel? You drove.
I drove the Boxster.
Boxster, Civic Hybrid, CX-30 road trip.
And then my CX-30, the 2-year, I drove, so 4 times.
Did you drive it? So this is the 5th time. Okay. Okay. So what's replacing the CX-30? Well, short answer. Nothing. Because we've been shopping around. You guys know that we did the video on the Civic Hybrid. That was going to be the plan to replace the CX-30. Well, there were a couple of things that, for one, you didn't want to sacrifice. Couldn't get a heated steering wheel, couldn't get 360 camera. Obviously, the Civic Hybrid's not all-wheel drive. There are a few things with that would have been a bit of a bummer. Now, the Civic Hybrid has things that this doesn't have as well, but
and there's also the cost factor.
That's what I was going to say. The main thing is, to lease a Civic Hybrid, sport touring, hatchback like you would have wanted, would have been
more than this.
More than this car.
More than this car. I would have.
I think with less down.
Right.
It was with like $1,000 down. It was $4 something a month. But still, we're just like, why pay that? I don't know. I'd rather just buy the Civic Hybrid as opposed to lease. So then we're like, well, should we just buy something? Because leasing these days doesn't seem like that good of a deal, especially now that the EV incentive is gone. We were thinking about maybe doing a BMW i4 or a Ioniq 6, but even those now are not great deals.
Right.
So we're taking a little bit of a break from Emily having her own vehicle, and we've gotten...
Hurts my pride a little bit.
Yes, I know. Well, you have your Boxster.
I do.
You have the Boxster, but the Boxster's not brand new, obviously, and it's not a daily driver car, though it could be. We're in this unique situation right now where a few different manufacturers actually are giving us the opportunity to long-term test some new vehicles. So we actually have 3 vehicles in the mix right now that we're going to have for... Okay, thank you so much. We have 3 vehicles in the mix right now that we're going to have for an extended period of time. And between the Topher and I, having them at the house, I mean, that's probably just what you're going to drive when you need to go somewhere. And this is not a permanent solution, but at least for the time being, for a good chunk of this year. So if you're
They
wondering,
spent time to save
yes,
what I would have paid on a car.
exactly.
For something that I actually really like or want.
So
yeah.
it's going to save her a little bit of money for a little bit and gives us a little bit more time to think about what we want to get. But if you're wondering why there's no Civic Hybrid in the picture yet, this is why.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not a bad situation to be in.
Not.
We're
We're very fortunate, very grateful.
We're very thankful for these auto companies that are giving us a chance to test some vehicles long term, and not saying what they are yet because we haven't announced it anywhere. So I think one of them we have, the Ioniq 5 XRT. Chris has already talked about that. The other two though we haven't talked about, so we'll keep that quiet for now. I want to say I don't like that the passenger seat's manual. It's something I've never liked about this. For almost 40 grand, I think it should have a power passenger seat. One thing the new CX-5 has that's nice is a power passenger seat, so we'll give it credit for that. But I do love all of the mix of materials in this car, and this is, I think, what made Mazda stand out. I mean, look at the design of this dashboard. This nice leather on here, the stitched brown on top, the screen that isn't obnoxiously large, the physical climate control panel, like it all just came together so nicely in this CX-30. And think about things that are the same price in this segment, or comparable to a non-turbo CX-30, like an HR-V, a Corolla Cross, a Jeep Compass, like things like that just, their interiors are just not this nice.
Yeah.
And even beyond that, the quietness on the highway, which even 24,000 miles later on a worn tire, it's still quiet.
Like big thing that I noticed going from the Jeep to the Mazda, I was like, holy smokes, I can like talk just, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't have to scream in the car. Yeah.
Like when I talk to my mom on the phone every day before work, it just like, it's just like talking
it's natural.
like she's next to me.
Obviously, 12-speaker Bose, we told you that we love that. We've tested this sound system like 5 times on the channel, so we don't need to do that today.
Although I would love to play you Harry Styles.
I wish we could play Harry Styles, but then he would get all the money from the video, and then you'd never be able to get a new car. So, but speaking of like highway stuff, what has your like overall fuel economy been like?
I can tell you.
Okay.
I believe it's been somewhere between 23 and 23.1.
When did you last reset that?
Gosh, it's been a while. I think I last reset it last winter.
Okay, so 23 is...
It's over like a year, I would say.
What is the... what is it supposed to get? 25. So you've been getting closer to your city rating of 22.
Yeah, but
you do a lot of city driving.
I do a lot of city driving. I mean, I work in Ann Arbor, so like a lot of my driving
It's a lot of city. Whoever has this car next will love that the window sticker's in the glove box. Unless you want to keep it and frame it.
I might keep it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, beyond fuel economy, I mean, 23 is not that impressive. But you wanted the turbo. But the naturally aspirated car is not that much more efficient.
No,
I mean,
it's not.
What did we get on the highway when we did it? Like 29 when we took it on the road trip?
And when I took it on a road trip to Chicago, I got like 27 and a half.
Yeah.
28.
So naturally aspirated car is not that much more efficient. But efficiency is not the worst part about the fuel in the CX-30. It's the tank size, which means you have to get fuel, what?
Like once a week.
Once a week, once every 2 weeks.
And my commute daily is only 30 miles round trip. And I only commute 4 days a week.
Yeah.
So
And if we go anywhere else, I drive usually. So
usually I fill up like once every 10 days or so, I would say.
That sounds about right.
Like a week and a half.
So, things about the CX-30 philosophically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, an NC Miata with a hardtop. Wow, look at that. It might be the folding hardtop. Fellow Mazda enjoyer, it is the folding
I
hardtop.
hope he sees my plate.
Very cool. Lovely car. Oh, it's a girl.
Oh, I hope she sees my plate. Girly pop. Oh my god, she can have it if she wants.
The plate? Yeah, you should tell her. Fuel tank's too small.
Way too small.
Center console sucks.
Sucks.
Passenger seat should be power.
Agreed. CarPlay drops.
CarPlay drops a lot, but hasn't today?
Hasn't today.
This is only wired CarPlay in this in 23.
I don't, and I've changed cords like 4 different times to see if it was a cord
Including
issue.
an OEM Apple cord.
Including an OEM Apple cord.
Yep.
I've changed, there's 2 USB ports down here, which is a USB-A, the old version.
Yep.
I've changed ports back and forth, I've changed cords, and if my phone's like this and I hit a bump, usually it drops CarPlay.
It's probably just that USB-C panel in there. It just needs to be. It probably just needs to be replaced.
Right.
Because this has been an issue. What in the last 6 months?
No, it's always dropped.
Oh, since you've got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's been an issue always.
It just goes through
Right.
phases. Like sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
It just depends on what kind of mood she's in.
Yeah. And I get that.
You know, you never named this car, which I think is good. Because it would have been a lot harder to get rid of it if it had a name.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I usually don't name my cars, even though I don't sell them anyway. But yeah.
I really have loved this car though. It's been, aside from its little couple of
Yeah.
quirks, it's been a really, really, really good car for me.
But you love it because you like driving it.
I do
And
like
that's the Mazda difference.
driving it.
Is
Zoom, zoom.
if this was a Corolla Cross, you'd like it for a completely different reason. You'd like the Corolla Cross because it would be very efficient. It'd be had very light steering. It would be very sort of like, you know, it also has easy tech. But this car, you like because you like merging on the highway. You like going around corners spiritedly. You know, whatever. Like it's a fun car to drive. And that's why you get a CX-30 over the competition. That's why you get the CX-30 Turbo, because a lot of the other competitors, they don't have quick options.
Right.
You know, other than like the Kona N that used to exist. There's not really like there's no fast Nissan Kicks or Honda HR-V or Toyota Corolla Cross or Jeep Compass or Subaru Crosstrek. And it's been good for you. I think this is another thing we should bring up is that you really only drive by yourself. You sometimes have me as a passenger or one of your friends or your mom, but you don't really ever take people in the back seat. You don't really take this like on trips where you need to be packing a ton of stuff. But it's great because you're 5 foot. It's easy to see out of. The seat goes up, you know, whatever. You've got the ground clearance for Michigan potholes and things.
And I blast potholes,
Yeah.
unfortunately, in Ann Arbor, especially down through Ann Arbor, and especially in the dark in the winter.
Yeah.
God, I blasted a handful of potholes that I'm like, that was painful. My wheel is definitely bent.
But it never
I have
is.
A flat tire before
always
I
been
get out of
fine.
work, and it's always been fine.
Which is one of the things you'll have to be careful with one of the new long-term testers that we haven't revealed yet, because
Very
that
small
car,
sidewall.
very small sidewall on that car. But I think our overall consensus on this is CX-30 Turbo,
Yeah.
we'd do it again.
I would do it again.
Yeah.
As long as it still had buttons.
Yeah.
If it didn't have
I mean,
buttons,
for
I'd
26
be
it does. 27, I don't think they've shown it yet. I suspect it'll be the same.
Wireless CarPlay.
It does. Yeah. When didn't it get wireless CarPlay like the
Literally
year?
the year
Yeah, in
after.
24 it
Yeah.
got, or 24, 25 it got wireless CarPlay. So, anyway though, if it wasn't like over $500 a month to lease the same car now, because prices have gone up, obviously, this equivalent car would be like
It's 41 actually.
41,000 now, so $4,000 more than this was.
So sad.
So, anyway, that's been 3 years
It has.
with the Mazda CX-30 Turbo Premium Plus. The first car that you've kind of done all by yourself too, which I know was really special for you.
This
so.
was really special. Yeah, every car that I've had before this was either a Jeep. My very first car was a Chrysler 200 Sport, which was awesome. But every other car before this has been a Jeep product, and I got those very cheap because my uncle works for Chrysler,
Mhm.
and so my mom had to be on each lease
Right.
in order to get it.
Right.
And this was nice to have, like, I just did it myself.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. So
Paid
special
for
in
it
that way too.
myself, signed for it myself.
Yep. Yep. And you listened to me after only knowing me for like 2 years to get it. Well, and I guess it was
Well,
3 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
you're an expert though.
expert.
Yeah, whatever. This is your whole job.
It is. And you know what? There are a couple little rattles in here. I think it's the seatbelt.
Yeah, this.
Didn't the new
It's this.
Yeah. Oh, now it's... Okay. Well, there are a couple little rattles in here, but nothing catastrophic. I mean, nothing even close to, like, where you'd be like, wow, that's annoying.
Right.
I mean, it's just a couple little things here and there, and with 3 years straight and 24,000 miles going over Michigan potholes,
Yeah. It's to
I'd
be
say that
expected.
it's actually held up really well. Piano black is a little bit worse for wear.
A little bit worse for
but
wear, yeah.
that's about it. I mean, that's kind of the only... It's kind of the only wear item in this interior. I mean,
Yeah.
look at this. Like, look how well the steering wheel's held up.
Well, because I don't put lotion on it and then touch it.
Yeah, but I mean, it hasn't like worn out. Like none of the leather surfaces in here are worn. I mean, even the center console that we hate. I mean, it looks brand new still.
Yeah.
All of
The only
these
spot is
materials.
right here for my backpack.
Oh yeah, this has.
It's a little spicy.
It's a little scratched. Yeah, but even that's not terrible for this getting hit by a backpack for 3 years straight.
Literally
Like
3
it doesn't
years
look that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Poor car.
we've got 2 minutes left in our drive.
And 4 days.
And 4 days left with the CX-30 Turbo. We're gonna miss it. You guys will probably miss it too. I know a lot of you like the CX-30 Turbo, but Emily will be back soon with some other car.
This is true.
And we'll do this all over again. Okay, well, we're gonna go get lunch at York, which is one of our favorite local places here in Ann Arbor. But before we walk in there and eat, we will give you guys one last look, really one last look, at the CX-30 Turbo. You like that you can check your work here.
Yes, I
with
can,
your cameras.
which I need to fix because
You really didn't do that bad.
I know.
You're lined up right, just a little bit far to the
I
right.
just made a very split-second decision of where
Yeah.
to park at. So.
Aren't 360 cameras just the best?
Oh, my
Like you can
favorite
dial
thing
in
the
your
world. It's
parking
excellent
so well.
for being in the parking structure because our parking structures, like I said, the spots are so tight because
Yeah.
I try to cram as many of us in as possible.
Yeah.
And also, some people don't park very well, and then they're over the line or whatever.
Yeah.
I like my 360.
Yeah. You've had good luck. There's no wood in here. You've had good luck with nobody door dinging you
That's right.
in the structure though.
Because I'm also very responsible about where I park.
Yeah. So. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Do you have anything else you want to say about the car? You think we've covered it
No,
all?
I think we've covered it all.
Okay.
Oh, I have a really nice pocket down here for my Aldi quarter that I think I may just leave for the next person.
You could. What state is it?
Salt River Bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, guess that's it. You want to shut it off and we'll show the outside one last time here?
Don't film me, I'm gonna cry.
Okay, all right. Well, you can stay in the car. You want to tell everybody goodbye?
Goodbye, thank you for loving my CX-30 like I love my CX-30.
Yes. Okay. Show you guys this little bit dirty Soul Red paint one last time. I guess just to show that this car is in fact daily driven. But we're gonna miss it. Maybe one day we'll have another one. But as for now, this is gonna be a wrap on 3 years of ownership here with the 2023 Mazda CX-30 Turbo Premium Plus. So thank you guys all so much for watching. And of course, if you have any suggestions still on what should replace it, it's not going to be anytime soon, but still, we'll take your suggestions. But thank you so much again for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.